The title of the book, A Symphony of Life, Triumph of Education Over Adversity, a Persian-American woman's journey through war, love, revolution, and freedom. And the author is Dr. Simin Redjali, and Dr. Simin joins us now on Ex Libris On Air. Hello, Doctor.
Hi, Steve. My new book is a social historical autobiography dedicated to future generations. Because of the lack of information about Iran and Iranians, for many years, I have been motivated and encouraged by my colleagues, friends, and former students who are scattered around the world after revolution of 1979 to write this book. This book required me to study and research many resources, and I'm pleased and happy that finally I could finish and publish it after 15 years. I noticed the whole generation growing up on a lot of inaccurate and sometimes even false information about Iran, pre- and post-revolution, its attitude toward the West, and the relationships between the U.S. and Iran of both eras. I have grandchildren of my own that, like so many of their generation in the U.S. and around the world, know very little about Iran besides what they see in the news, and I felt it my duty to serve my people of both countries as I have done throughout my life by recounting an objective account of a very critical period of our history, which has intervened in the history of the United States and of the relationship of the U.S. with Iran. As you know, history is at the mercy of those who record it. And I, as a psychologist, have learned to analyze, dissect, and recount what I see objectively, and as an active member of the society during the pre- and early post-revolution of Iran, have first-hand information as well as the extended research which I present in this book to support my account of the event, which offers a much clearer understanding of what went on and therefore what is still going on in the minds of American and Iran's rulers.
Doctor, who does the book appeal to and why?
Well, I would like to tell, if you have ever wondered what was the Iranian Revolution about, and what was, and still is, the psychology of ruling party in Iran, if you ever wanted to know who was the Shah of Iran and what made him the decisions that he took, if you have ever wondered about the U.S. involvement in the Iranian Revolution of 1979 and the two countries' relationships pre- and post-revolution, or if you have ever wondered about the role of women in the Iran pre- and post-revolution, about family relationships, customs, and thoughts of Iranian women, or if you are interested in a love story of a different kind, then this book is for you. If you are interested in bearing witness to struggle life with faced with cancer or faced with revolution, if you have ever wondered why bother with education, if you are interested in heroic women and their lives, then this book is for you. If you enjoy symphonies of life, then also this book is for you.
Well, give us a synopsis and an overview of your book, A Symphony of Life.
Well, my story as a well-known public figure in Iran in the mid-20th century begins in Persia, Iran, during the time of Iran's westernization and modernization spearheaded by Reza Shah Pahlavi at the beginning of the 20th century, and follows the social, historical, political turmoil and educational events of the past 70 years in Iran, in Europe, and the United States. Like a symphony, this book is composed of 4 movements. Through these movements, I waved the notes of my life into melodies of social and historical change, upheavals, wars, revolutions, and peace. I traces my own transition from being part of the Iran's ruling class to the job-seeking struggles in the United States. This provides the reader through my first-hand experience with many of the great events of the 20th century, a personal account of Iran's contemporary history and politics, education, along with an eyewitness account of the United States civil rights movement, the women's rights struggle, other important issues related to the psychology and mental health, and personal issues such as surviving cancer in the United States. My story encompasses shifts in the tempos and melodies of life, along with a leitmotif of love, of family, individual freedom, and unwavering hope for humanity. This book illustrates my special personal approach that I have adopted throughout my life in coping with and overcoming every adversity through using the power of education. It is also a testament to a woman's ability to balance all the facets of her life, career demands, family responsibilities, educational needs, emotional needs, and the quest to help others. This book, with historical pictures, uniquely covers the period between the rise and the fall of Pahlavi dynasty, the rise of the Islamic Republic of Iran, and my personal life in Europe and the United States. It is supported by extensive research with a hope that the long-standing cultural misunderstanding and miscommunication between Iran and the West will soon replaced with a mutual respect which celebrates the power of individual freedom and democracy.
Doctor, what themes in your book would you say are relevant to current news topics?
Well, you heard, I'm sure everybody heard, the recent U.S. overtures toward Iran for negotiation of nuclear issue has again brought to mind the history of the relations between the two countries before and shortly after revolution in 1979, when it ruptured with hostage crisis. The causes the rupture between the two countries and the psychology of the Iranian rulers at the onset of the revolution and today. The world has not been the same since Iranian revolution and the wave of Islamic extremism that followed it. We need to be very well informed about the psychology of the negotiators, and this book clears our vision of what we might expect from these renewed relationships.
Well, Dr. Simin, it's very important that you share your professional background with us. It is extensive.
Well, this is very long. Education has been a cornerstone in my life. I received my PhD magna cum laude in education and clinical psychology from one of the oldest university of world, Heidelberg University in Germany. After returning to Iran as an associate professor, I taught first at teachers training university. A year later, I was awarded a postdoctoral fellowship at the University of London in England. In 1963, I was offered a job as a professor of psychology at the National University of Iran. I was the first woman professor in that university. And then also in 1966, I was given a National Science Foundation fellowship at the University of Michigan in the United States, and I was also honored later on in 1967. I became the Fulbright Scholar at the University of Illinois at Chicago Circle and some other important U.S. university. Practically, I was the last Fulbright Scholar from Iran to United States. During my time, Iran, as a professional woman, I tirelessly worked to promote the social status of women as the Secretary General of the Women's Organization of Iran from 1969 to 71. I established more than 150 family welfare center houses of women throughout the country. In 1973, I established Shemran College to provide 3 new needed areas of study in Iran: early childhood education, family counseling, welfare administration. I oversaw an accredited graduate and undergraduate college and established an exchange program with several U.S. universities like Syracuse and others. In 1979, my family granted permanent residency after revolution in the U.S. because of my education, international status, and the need of the country. And from 1979 to 1966, devoted my time working with people with mental and developmental disabilities at the Central Virginia Training Center in Lynchburg. At that time was Lynchburg Training School and Hospital in Virginia as center director and research director. I also served as a clinical faculty at the Medical College of Virginia, MCV, then as a fellow of AAIDD, American Association of Intellectual and Developmental Disability. I am working independent as a consultant in the field of mental health, developmental disability, and behavioral science. I have about 30 publications in 3 languages, English, German, and Persian. Received more than 20 medals and awards for the services rendered to the community, and holds active membership in several national and international associations and volunteer organizations.
Well, you've had an incredible career, Doctor. Tell us how to get your book, A Symphony of Life, Triumph of Education Over Adversity. How do we order your book?
Well, through Ex Libris, through Amazon, and through Barnes & Noble, all other bookshop, electronic bookshop, because it's available on all the form of ebooks. On demand, it's available for paperback, for hardback, ordering through the publisher, Ex Libris, or Amazon, Barnes & Noble, offering that. In fact, let me tell you, right now is the book is an international book show in London.
Fantastic.
It was in October in Frankfurt. It was well received, and right now on 8, 9, 10, 11 of April,